In the past, can't remember exactly when it was, I filmed 2 videos called 10 things I love about Scotland and 10 things I dislike about Scotland or something. I can't remember. I'll link them below. This, I suppose, is kind of similar to 10 things I love about Scotland, except it's just going to be things that I like about living in Scotland. So pros of living in Scotland, right? The weird thing is, there's so many things, but the first thing that actually came to my head was the fact that when we go camping, bear with me, that's totally a pun. Anyway, when we go camping, all we really need to worry about is midges. Midges are the only bother, animal-wise. Are midges even an animal? Apart from wild haggis, obviously, that we need to worry about. We don't get bears, we don't get wolves anymore, we don't have any of these things. Although I did hear that they're going to be reintroducing wolves. I don't know if that's true. I don't even know where I heard that. Let me know if that's true. But yeah, when we go camping, we're pretty much safe. The scariest things we need to worry about is other humans, really. And we don't have crazy snakes. We actually have adders, but that's about it, really, that we need to worry about. It's pretty cool. Also a little boring. I think I'd rather be safe than be chased by like a mountain lion. Another thing that's great about living in Scotland is square sausage. No explanations needed for that one. My favourite thing, I think, about living in Scotland is the fact that we're like an hour to a couple of hours drive from the most amazing scenery. I live in a pretty boring area, but if I drive even 5 minutes up the road, I can find some hills that are ideal for walking in. No matter where you are, really, you're like a few hours drive. You're no more than like 8 hours drive. 8 hours for me would be going to Orkney. Not that I can drive to Orkney, but I can drive to the tip of Scotland. Anyway, it takes a good few hours to drive up north, but it's still only a few hours to drive to somewhere amazing like Glencoe or even like Cairngorms. Other amazing places are only a drive away, which I love because I love going to these places. What's your favourite Munro? What's your favourite hill? Let me know. All I really do right now is like explore Loch Lomond and the Trossachs because I love it so much, but I also love Glencoe. I've done Buccleuch more, but I've not done any other ones, so if you could recommend any hills anywhere because they're all within a few hours drive, then let me know. If you live kind of in the more rural areas, then you do kind of need a car when you live here. Public transport is pretty good in the cities here. Glasgow, Edinburgh, all that, buses, trains, etc. There's even trams in Edinburgh now. Everywhere is really accessible by public transport. You can even get up north on train, on train. So there are train stations up north, etc. But you just need to look into that a bit more. I mean, you've got that Harry Potter train, don't you? I mean, I've never, what's it called? The Jacobite steamed, I don't know what it's called. But there's that goes up north. It is more accessible in the cities, but from other people that have moved here, I've heard that the transport is pretty good. Also, we have castles, like, again, we're always within a couple of hours drive of a castle. Pretty cool. And in relation to the castles, the history here is unreal. We have so much history. I don't even know where to start. It's just, it's such an old place that like, loads of different things have happened. For example, look at Stirling Castle, right? It's my favourite castle that I've been to. The history in that alone is insane. All these like different battles and wars and so interesting. Glencoe Massacre. I only recently found out that it's massacre, not massacre. Oh, why am I even admitting this on camera? In summer, right, this is another cool thing. This might not even be a thing just relating to Scotland. This could be like worldwide and I just have no idea. But this is just the thing I like about living here. When it's summer, it's light up until like 11 PM. Sometimes if I finish work at 4 or 5, then I can still go a hill walk because by the time I'm finished, it will be light outside. Still, I love that because you can still see everything in daylight even though you've just had a whole day at work, you know? Also, it's safe-ish. I feel like Scotland's one of the more safer places. I might just totally be talking out my... But obviously we do have a high crime rate in certain areas, or a high crime rate for the UK. There is like drugs, there are rapes, there are attacks that happen, yeah. Like I wouldn't walk alone in Glasgow at night because I know that these things happen. People do get attacked, you know, people do get raped. It's not a thing that doesn't happen here because it's such a safe place. But overall I feel quite safe. Again, I wouldn't really walk down the street at night to my house alone. People always worry about the fact that I'm going hiking alone. Mate, I'm safer up a mountain than I am walking down the street at night. So, you know, you do meet weirdos when you're out walking. I personally haven't, but you do get weirdos that do the West Highland Way. You do get creeps that walk. But it's the same as everywhere. Like, there's good bits and bad bits. I just think it's generally a safer place. And up north, like, it's safe. But again, you do get people like that everywhere. Another major thing that I love about Scotland is the people and the Scottish banter. Scottish people are just really funny. I think overall Scottish people are laid back, funny, just friendly. Obviously you get the odd idiot. Overall I think we're alright. There's a lot of like, funny Scottish videos, funny Scottish jokes. The fact that we name our hurricanes stuff like Hurricane Bobag, officially. The fact that there's a Duke of Wellington statue in Glasgow and it's got a cone in its head. Like years ago someone put a cone in its head. It's a landmark now. If someone removed the cone there would be an absolute uproar. There was a plan, right, to remove the cone, and then there was a petition to scrap that plan because it's such an iconic statue in Glasgow. It was scrapped, so the cone's still there. Unless it's not. If it's not, I'll be raging, but I'm sure it is. So that is not really, it's not really tips of living in Scotland. I could maybe research and do a video on tips for living in Scotland. I don't know if that's a thing that I'd be able to do or if it's a thing people would want, but I could do a tips video, tips for living in Scotland. I don't know. These are just things that I enjoy about living in Scotland. Leave your favourite thing in the comments below about living in Scotland. I don't know if I should make a cons of living in Scotland because it would be really similar to my 10 things I hate about Scotland video, so who knows, we'll see. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, you've revealed why I took that video down. Well, the real reason I took that video down and had to re-upload it was because